an intellivision is. So, let me explain what an intellivision is. Television is a game console. It came out in 1979, and Atari came out in 77. So this actually initiated the first console war. Now, 79, I was, finishing high school and starting college in 1980s. And so this was like a big deal. Every week I would go to Sears and buy a new game that was released. So Atari last year bought Intellivision. I know. And they came out with this thing. It's called the Intellivision Sprint. So I'm going to put you guys down and we're in my house. And we need something to cut the box with somewhere. Give me a sec. Grab a key. There we go. Keys. All right, so let's put this down. There it is, the box. There's the box. There's the box. Okay. Wait, let me push my chest over. The box. The box. So, there. I'm going to open the box. Said it was delayed, but obviously not. Got a receipt. And ooh, la la la. Alright. See, there's things in life that take you back. Some good memories, some not too good memories. So, this, put it that way, is the Intellivision Sprint. And so we haven't opened it yet, obviously. But it comes with 45 games of the original Intellivision. Intellivision was a game console that had better gameplay than the Atari, better sound, better graphics, and a lot more control. A lot more control. So, I gotta cut this. Or you need a USB block. Fortunately, just about every household's got plenty of them. All right. Open it up. Okay, so if you owned one of these, you know what it looked like. Okay. And that is what it looked like. Sort of that copper and wood grain. Very important to have the wood grain on it. So cool. It's about 20% smaller than the original. And better ports, of course, because originally, back in 79, all of our game systems were hooked up through an RF modulator and a little switch, and it hooked up to the antenna port, connection on the back of our CRTs. This is what makes this so different. And you got side buttons, you got a keypad, and then a disc, 16-point disc. Pretty good. And you can see the little, it's wireless. The original wasn't wireless. So we have instructions. That's it. You read the whole book. It's not that hard, right? And we got HDMI cable, USB, which is why I got that. So, by the way, my TV's very old. It is a technology that doesn't exist anymore. That's a plasma. Plasmas last forever. Believe me, they really do. All right, so let's get this baby plugged in. Power. And USB there. Wait. Let's plug it in over here. All right. Now we got our connection cable, HDMI. Didn't it happen back in 1970? That didn't exist in 70s. No. RF modulators. For those that remember the little sliding switch. So cool. I mean, look at that. That is super cool. Intellivision. Now, for those back then who did not divulge in Intellivision, you had an Atari 2600, if you had anything. So, I'm going to plug this HDMI cable in here and connect it to the back of my TV set. Well, what is connect? Oh, you know what? We never use that. PlayStation. My kids don't play with the PlayStation. That's all right. We'll just sort of trade off. Okay, so what did I do? All right, turn it on. Okay. We gotta sync with these things, so let's see how you sync it. Okay, power on console. Sync LEDs. Press any key on the controller. Sync LEDs. Flash slowly. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll make this number 1. Alright. Alright. Power on. Press any key on the controller. Flash slowly. And press and hold sync button on top of controller till LEDs. Oh, it's right there. Okay, let's do one fast. All right, that one's synced. Sync controller number 2. Hold down, wait till it flashes fast. There it goes. And sync number 2. Perfect. And the LED tells you what number controller it is, because they look the same. So it's got 1 and 2. So there's that. That's on. All right. One's connected. Okay, yep, got it. Player 1. All right. All right. How do you make that change? Input. All right. That's not it. Look at that. I'm going to grab this controller. Look at that. So, for those of you who are unfamiliar with this, because what some people hated and loved were how to change the look of the controllers. So they have a overlay that goes on that for the games. Sometimes it's important, sometimes it's just pretty. So these are 45 overlays, because it's 45, actually it's 46. One for one for this other one. So there's there's 92 overlays here. So what you do is you take the overlays, and these are all the different overlays. Like I said, sometimes they're important, sometimes they're not. So, all right, get down on the floor with you. All right, so let's see, what game do we... My favorite game was football, but that's 2-player. Auto racing, nice. Oh, they got Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. It's like Tower of Doom. See, that's Tower of Doom. You know, that's, you don't do nothing with the number pads. So it's just there to make it look pretty. Astro Smash is easy. That's an easy game. Space Armada, easy game. Usually shooter games are pretty easy, right? Golf is great because you got woods and irons. That's what the number pads are for. That's your bag of clubs. All right. Oh, triple action, so much fun. B-17 Bomber, the best voice game. Utopia 2 was the sort of like the Civilization game of its day. Civilization's based off of Utopia. All right. Oh man, got all sorts of good stuff here. All right, so we do Shark. Shark's easy. Motocross, this is so cool. Motocross, you can make your own track. I know. Can't do that with an Atari, right? Thin Ice, never played it, but it looks fun, so let's try it. Let's try this game. It's called Thin Ice. So we just take that and we slide it in here, into there. And now you've got the controller of the game. I know. All right, so freeze. All right, let's find it in the carousel. I'm going to find it on the carousel. It should be back here. It's alphabetical. There it is. Thin Ice. Hit enter. Mattel Electronics presents. Now the trick is to make these squares and make things fall through the ice. I've never played this. Select number of players. We want number 1. Just me today. All right. Let's get ready, it says. All right. Where am I? Oh, there I am. Oh, I think you have these things you can collect. Like I said, I've never played it. See, I got one. Repeat. Oh! That's a seal. It got me. Okay. Oh, dang it. I'm dying. I'm dying. Okay, boom. Come on. They should fall. The stupid seal will erase my... I'm not doing too good. Okay. I know it. I think you press one of these buttons and then erase that. Yeah, game over. Okay. I'm not very good with that. We'll go with one that I'm pretty good at. At least I was in 79. That was a long time ago. 1979. You know that, don't you? Oh, God, after a smash, I'll probably die quick on that, too. It's easy, though. All right, let's see. Working on it. Going through the cards. Bomb Squad's hard. Boulder Dash. That didn't exist back then. Armor Battle. Pool. Hey, how you guys doing? Hurting for Sturgeon? Tashik, Martin. I know I got game. Got a game. This one was called Empire Strikes Back. It's the canyon run back then, but you know. Oh my goodness, space battle, chip shot, frog bite, tennis. We'll go shark. Okay, shark. Supposed to be easy. I'm not very good at these things anymore. All right, just a pretty overlay. It really is. It didn't do a whole lot. You got 1, 2, 3 darts. I have no idea. Never played it before. So let's go to shark. I imagine it's freezing in your neck of the woods. Oh yeah, yeah. It's all white at Lake of the Woods. We did have a white Christmas here. It started as not white, and then it became white. Ah, there it is, shark. Okay, shark. Shark's only one player game, I think. Okay. Oh, no, it's 1 or 2. Okay. Supposed to eat little fit. You can kill the shark if I keep biting its tail. Oh, stupid fish. Seahorse, they can eat meat. Oh. Okay, watch. I'll try to kill the shark. Oh, come on. You gotta nip at his tail to kill the shark. Oh. Oh, was going for his tail. Oh, I know, you guys think I'm just terrible. It's harder than I make it look. Oh. That's it. That's shark. That's silly. I think there's a button on here. You can hit reset. Oh. No, guess not. You just come up there and do that. Okay. Shark. It's terrible. I'm terrible. I was addicted to these games when I was younger. Snafu is like light cycles. It's auto racing. It's just pretty bad. Nice soccer. Great game. Baseball. Baseball, you can choose your lineup, throw curveballs. Way better than Atari's 2600 back in the day. Tower Doom. Okay, we'll do Astro Smash. I know. This is just a straight shooter. Well, I used to play this game a lot. This is just a straight shooter. Okay. All right. There it is. Okay, this will bring back memories because I was addicted to this game when I was little. Or, I wasn't little. I was skinny. Always sticking on auto fire too. So, sticking on auto fire. Oh. And if something gets past you, it subtracts your points. Straight shooter. Those little spinners, they're death to you. That's what happens when you die. Like that. See, there's a whole new craze nowadays called retro gaming. This is retro gaming. So this makes me hip. See, I don't know how to play these new games, but I could do a shooter like this. So what? And then UFOs will come in, smaller little spinners. They'll come faster. UFO will go ahead and try to shoot you. And you get different color screens. each level is a different color screen. It's pretty, believe it or not, you may think it looks kind of boring, but it's rather engaging. When your peripheral is going. And then they come down at angles, which just kind of get you. Oh, right there. Oh. Now there's a hyperspace button. See this? It jumps you, but it could jump you right underneath something. So when that little thing comes, you can hyperspace out from under it. I forgot about that button. Very bright colors. Look at all my ships I got down at the bottom. That's pretty good. And I'm bad. Don't want those to hit. So guided missiles or whatever they're called. Whew. Gotta get ready for that. I know it. Okay. God, this does remind me of college. Oh, that almost got me. Whoa. Some people didn't like the disc, but since the disc had 16, points on it, which is better than a lot of stuff nowadays. You could do a lot more movement. Now, one player games like Tron Deadly Disc, you can use both your controllers. So you can shoot and run at the same time. If you use only one, you can only do one thing at a time. I think there's a pause on these. Yeah. Says pause. All right. So that's Astro Smash. I bored you guys to death. I know it. That's boring. John Cena retired? He did. Huh. Well, more of a rock fan. Let's see. The older I get, the more I appreciate the... You know what? That's true. It is absolutely true. And you know what? Kids appreciate the older stuff. That's what's so cool. So on the back of this, there's 127 games, and they're still making intellivision games today, believe it or not, because it's an industry called retro gaming. So I created a stack of files. I have a flash drive coming tomorrow, and I'll just put them on the flash drive and I stick them in the back of this game port, and then it'll add all those games to my carousel here, which is really cool. It's really cool. So they've already put out a couple updates. This just came out this month. So, and the neat thing is too, so you go to, let's say, I don't know, let's go to Utopia, and see at the bottom there, show controls, hit 1. So that shows you what the overlay looks like, on it. So if you're ever missing it, there it is. Clears back, and let's see, 4. What's 4 options? Oh, okay, clears back, and some of these, I think I have to do the update on it. You'll have a QR code for the instruction manual. So you can just, take a picture of it. What's that? Take over. Army Fleet Road Builder. I don't remember that game. Don't remember that game. So you can star it, put your favorites up to 3 stars. There's Star Strike. See, it's like the Death Star run. It was this game was called Empire Strikes Back in the day, and it had the Star Wars music and stuff like that. But you know about licensing, just, and things like NFL soccer, World Cup, or NFL football and stuff. They had an NHL hockey. These things, they don't have the licensing for, the acronyms anymore. So they have to take it off and call it something else. So there's pinball. I loved skiing. Skiing was cool. Motocross, you can make your own track. I know. It's crazy cool. Golf. I mean, Frog Bog's not Frogger. You're catching flies with your tongue. Although I do have Frogger I'm putting on my flash drive. I already got it. There's pool. Now, Chip Shot Super Pro Golf. This right here is Pebble Beach. Back in the day, this is the Pebble Beach course. Never played that. Bowling, great game. This is a really good game, bowling, because you can spin it, and you got the marks. That is a great game. Really good game. Boulder Dash, I never played. It's a new game. So, now Body Slam Wrestling is kind of cool to watch. So, you can choose your levels, and then the side buttons, there's 4 side buttons, and that basically gives you your run, your burst of power, stuff like that. So it's actually kind of fun because you can do different things in wrestling. And baseball, this right is the overlay. You got bunt, bat, your pitch, move players. So you can, you choose your player. So if somebody hits it to left, you gotta select your left field player, and then have them run to the ball and catch it. Your pitcher, though, you have a plethora of pitches because of this dial. A plethora. It is rather fun. Now, B-17 Bomber, back in the day, they had this thing called the voice box. and then you plugged it into the side. This has it, and then it will call out commands, and it'll tell you where the fighters are. It'll say like fighter at 3 o'clock. So you got to go to your 3 o'clock gun and then shoot the fighter. And then it says, target coming up, and you have to go to your bomb bay door and line up your target and then drop the bombs on it while you're fighting your other guns. It's a very, you have sorties on it. And the sorties are on a European map. It's like World War II. And then you got to go and bomb them. So, very cool. Never played Vectron. Never played that. Heard it was good though. Utopia. This is your Civilization game back in 1981. I know, 1981. And you have 2 islands, competing islands, and you have to put your factories, your village, your crops, your boats have to go fishing, and all this is gaining money. And then at the same time, storms are coming in, tornadoes, hurricanes are coming in, and they may destroy your crops and cause harm to your village. And then you can send some of your invaders over to the other island, sort of to get them. And it's civilization, is basically is, because you're making a civilization. I know, 1981. That is so cool. Triple challenge, you got chess, checkers, and backgammon. This is a fun game. This is your basic tanks, your biplane, and your racing game. And it is, you don't really need this thing for that, but you got accelerator, fire, and that, depending on the game, are your side buttons. Fun. I used to play triple action all the time, whether it be tanks or the biplanes. Now, the cool thing about tanks, sort of like Atari did it, they had bouncing bullets and stuff like that. Anyway, we got that there. Never played this. Tower of Doom. That looks like a little AD in, Dungeons and Dragons thing. So, and so does this. This one's got good reviews, Thunder Castle. It looks like a Dungeons and Dragons thing. Tennis was a great game. I used to play this all the time with my brother-in-law. And Bob and I would play tennis a lot. I mean, it's hard. It's 3D. So you got to look at the shadow of the ball as well as the ball in order to get the racket on it. Takes a little practice, but once you got it, it's really fun. And pro football, this right here, this is your keypad. And you can see here it says formation. Choose your formation. You can do an audible too. Tactic, receiver patterns. You got different receiver patterns. And then you got, timeouts, your break, punt, kick, receivers. 1 and 2 are your side buttons. So if you got coverage, you can go through a progression as a quarterback. And this is really cool. This is my favorite game, is pro football. It was the game that 1986. Now, NFL football was the previous one to this, and it was about 1981. Because 86, I didn't play this game. In 86, I was married then, finished college. So this right here is one of the coolest games. It showed the advancement like Utopia did, way ahead of its time. It was sort of like the Madden NFL game of home consoles back then. Madden revolutionized games, and so did this. Tecmo's Super Bowl is the best football game ever. Well, I can't speak of that because I don't know Tecmo, but this one's really cool. If you call defensive coverage too, so if you're playing against somebody and they call a coverage, you know, and they're playing loose on you, like a prevent defense, and you can go over the middle, and dude, you select that pattern, and you can take advantage of them. I mean, that's what's so cool about football. I don't know what Tecmo was like, but I know this one because it was competing with the Atari back in its day. Atari football is nothing like this. Nothing. With Bo Jackson. Dude, Bo was the best. Bo was the best. Yeah, no doubt. Be like Bo, you know. Bo Jackson, he was the first real multi-sport player because he hit home runs in baseball, and he scored touchdowns, and then he ended up getting hit, and his hip went out. I think it was his hip, and that finished his careers. But Bo was sort of like the Deion Sanders of the day. Deion Sanders was like Bo Jackson, although Bo was a running back, Deion was a receiver. But Deion was really good at two sports, and so was Bo. Very rare, very rare. And you're right, Bo was top notch. I mean, I loved watching Bo Jackson. He had a TV show too. Yeah, his hip blew out. Yeah, it was a bad thing. I mean, I remember watching the play, and it was. Bo was great. What was it? When I was a kid, my sister is friends with an NFL player's sister, and one back in the 70s. And so when I had a broken leg from football, I broke a lot of bones, but I happened to have a cast on my leg when I was visiting my sister, and they wanted to go to the lake on Steve's boat and go skiing. Well, I couldn't ski, so I stayed in the boat with Steve. His name was Steve Sweeney. He was an Oakland Raider back then, and I got to spend the entire day with Steve in his boat while everybody else was out there having fun on skis. I got to kick back with Steve, and so if you're a real Raiders fan and you go back in time, back in the 70s, you will see, Steve Sweeney. And Steve is, I think he's living up in Seattle nowadays. And football is a brutal sport. Lombardi said it's not a full contact sport. It's a full collision sport. And any player that in football, they're suffering from that collision sport. And Steve, I don't think even Steve can walk nowadays, although he's pretty old. So, but but it was really cool. As a kid, being stuck in the boat with them, yeah, it's really cool. I mean, he's a great guy. Really nice. Treated me really well. So, and usually most football players used to be good acquaintances with Stephon Page. So, yeah, football, rugby, and rugby. Australian rules football. I was addicted to that sport. Australian rules football. I used to watch it all the time. And it is a cross between rugby and football. I mean, that's about as brutal as it gets. It is Australian rules football. Yeah, and then the umpires in the end zone are always really funny. So, but yeah, bowling is so good. So you can choose left hand, right hand. So this is the overlay for bowling, and you can. It is such a great game. The only football league that ever mattered was the XFL. Actually, the USFL. I'm sorry. The USFL, started great players like Steve Young, like Doug Flutie, Some of the best players came out of the USFL. So, but yeah, USFL was awesome. And Doug Flutie was amazing. And so was Steve Young, obviously. But he started, I think it was with Philadelphia Stars. I think he was with, or was it Flutie? I don't know. I can't remember. It was a lot of, I used to watch it all the time. I mean, I'm a footballaholic. I played football. I watched football. I was raised in Southern California, so I was a Rams fan. Although, I don't know if I told you this, but the last year Bill Walsh was with the club, the Niners, I went to a training camp with, Flutie Flakes. I do remember that. I had lunch with Bill Walsh and his wife, and I made became friends with the president of the club, Peter, and so I got 2 footballs that were signed by the entire team, and I gave one to my boss because he's the one that set it up for me to go, and I gave one to my brother-in-law, Bob. He's the one that used to play these games with me, and so those footballs still exist. And Bill was such a nice guy. I mean, everybody called him Coach. Was and my sister really wanted Terrell Owens' signature, and T.O. is a narcissist, true to form, and he wouldn't sign my ball because you have to have cleavage or a microphone for Terrell Owens to pay attention to you. So, third time I went up to T.O. and I looked at him. I says, T.O. had a bunch of people, it was press and stuff around him. I go, T.O. My sister's a big fan. I go, she wants your signature. I go, do not make me go into the locker room with you and make me get arrested just so you would get it. I can get a signature on a ball for my sister. And he sort of looked at me and laughed and put his hand out and grabbed the ball and, of course, put the biggest signature on the ball. And I videotaped all the signature people, all the players signing the ball, and I gave the flash drive to Bob. And so he has sort of a provenance, with the, although Bob has passed away. My sister's got the ball in a trophy case. But Bob, that ball is worth quite a bit of money. And because I did have, it's got video with it, you've got a provenance with it, which is really cool. Marina, how are you? How are you? So I got a new game system. See that? In television. In television. This was the controller. Now, another really cool thing. I know. I know. Wait, thanks for coming in. There's you and Surgeon. Something else on the back of this console. I can plug in other controllers. So I can, if I want a regular game controller, I want a joystick, I could do any of those. Yeah, so we got 2. I got 2. That's popular. I'm a popular guy. I know. Well, my hand is healing pretty good now. It still hurts, the surgery I had on this finger. And let me tell you, your middle finger does a lot of stuff. I mean, you're writing, you're painting, all this stuff. And this is still super tender to the touch, and it hurts because they had to slice through the nerves. And it's still very difficult for me to use. No, I'm right-handed, unfortunately. So I've got a ton of baits I got to make. I got hundreds of baits I got to paint. And I did buy some more plastisol. So your left. Well, that would be handy if I was, that's for sure. Like a bad cut. You just, it's horrible. This thing is crazy, but the cat is coming along. If you don't know, a feral cat bit me down to the bone. I mean, it had cut so I needed surgery on it. but my wife wanted the cat in, and so I got the cat. And it's up in my room right now. But it allows me to pet it now. It rolls over, and this morning he didn't run underneath the bed when I was up. He stayed out, and so he's making really good progress. It's a black cat. All right, but thank you, Marina. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Oh, look, somebody else joined. Say hi. Thanks, Marina. I appreciate it. I appreciate you stopping by. I really do. It's always nice. You know, I haven't done this in a while. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate it. I haven't done this much because I've been so... I need to focus on the family more. I've let myself get distracted with all my illnesses. You know, last couple months I've been in the hospital twice. You know, a couple surgeries, pulmonary failure. And I kind of let my sicknesses kind of control me. And so I can't let that happen anymore. I just can't. You know, I got a family here. I got 3 kids and a wife. And I'm getting fat. All right. So, look, what are we up to? 5. Hey, everybody. This is Intellivision. Look at it. This is the new Intellivision Sprint. This is the Intellivision Sprint. I have to do the update too, because then it'll have the QR codes and other stuff. And I can keep high scores. They did a lot of firmware update on it. They've released 2 updates just this month because it just came out the 5th of December. Atari bought Intellivision, and they are... And they came out with this, you know, the Intellivision Sprint. So it came in today. And I'm just tickled to death. You know, this, a bologna sandwich, and a 69 Dodge Charger. I'm back in 1981. I'm good to go. So I'm going to make a holder for these with my laser. And so I'll take these downstairs in my office and then measure them and make a couple holders for them. And so I have a left and a right and just put the different ones in there. And so I'm going to make that because, you know, these boxes are not going to last. So we'll we'll make a holder for that. And, you know, laser's easy. You don't have to use your hand. So you just drag them out. But so we're going to do that. And another neat thing too about this, it has sort of a groove right in the side here. So you cannot put it in the charger cattywampus. It'll only go in flat. So they really did think that up. The only thing different on this, if you ever know about Intellivision, it had sort of a cavity back here. And it kind of gave your fingers a little bit of grab right there. So one guy made a 3D file. It's a sleeve, and it gives you the same feel. I saw that, but I don't know. We'll try doing it this way. I don't think it hurts not having that cavity, but it feels and looks exactly the same, though. I mean, that's the same color buttons the original had. And even the wood grain is pretty cool. I do not have a 3D printer. Don't even ask. I've got a CNC machine. I've got my laser, and of course my paint shop for all my baits, and then of course my melting shop where I make my soft baits. Like I said, I just got some more plastisol, so oh yeah, CNC's awesome. awesome. I mean, what you can do with the CNC, it takes forever though. But a CNC, I mean, I do cribbage boards, and I love doing cribbage boards because cribbage is a fun game and people still play it. So I like it. But CNC is really a lot of fun, and it's just amazing what it can do. The laser's neat, so I kind of do use both. Start making reels. Oh yeah, you probably couldn't, but you gave me an idea. Because the thing is with BFS bait casters, it's all about the weight of the spool. It's the weight of the spool. So the lighter the spool is, the faster it spins or is capable of spinning, thus using a smaller, lighter bait. Yeah. Yeah, reels are, well, a good reel. You know my BFS Shimano, my Shimano is a $450 reel just for that one reel. I think Cajun Rods still has 40% off. So if you need a rod, check them out. It's handmade, American made, and they stand behind them. Cajun's got a 40% off right now, and you can customize it. So you can put your different color threads and stuff like that you could choose, and they'll build it the way you want it. It only takes a couple of weeks, and they'll ship it out to you. So they're really fast and really good. Like I said, I mean, I've broken my share of rods, but they're the only company that for $25 they send me another one. Was it Loomis? I forget the name of that rod company. It has $400 rod. Broke a guide on it. Forget it. No customer service. I still haven't taken to a guy here in town to replace the guide. 309, Hero 50. Yeah. Wow, 865. That would divorce me. Don't do that. I just gotta. But since they removed the dams, I have steelhead and salmon right outside my door. The thing is, I can't operate a reel, but they're right outside my door. I mean, they're stacked up right here at the Link River. So, that's right here, just down the hill, right there. So I got some great fishing, and we'll get out there. And I just got to be more patient with the hand. I don't want to break it open again because it's still scabbed up. So I'm afraid if I do too much with my right hand, I'll break it open and expose the flesh again. So you just got to wait. We just got to wait. Wait for it to heal. But what do you guys think of this thing? I know it's a thing. My kids don't understand it, but this is what it looked like. I mean, this was college and high school. It's a time machine for a guy like me. And retro gaming has come back in style. That's why they're still making games for the intellivision. Big shark. Oh, you got a custom terra firma. It's a nice word. Yeah. 10-footer. Well, you use really long because, all mine all of mine are, I like 7 feet for bass and trout, but I do have a 6-footer and a 7.5-footer for my BFS. That Aldebaran's is on a 7.5-footer because that little bit extra, that 6 inches more in tip, really allows me to fling out, let's say, 6 or 7 gram bait out there, and that extra 6 inches actually allows me to do that. So, so I'm going to I'm going to make holders for this. Let these charge up because, just out of the box, I really don't know how much power is in this thing. But, and then hunt around this house for maybe a USB drive I can format and put those other things and the update on, and get that done. So, and then put those on here because it's got 45 games now, but when I'm done, it'll have twice that. And and some really good games like Tron. Back in 1982, I think, or 81, maybe 1980, I don't know, somewhere around there. Tron the movie came out, and it was huge. So, I like 7.6, yeah. Yeah, I could see that. 7 foot just seems to be my sweet spot, unless I'm BFSing. Lightweight. Even a trout rod at 7.6 is really, 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 really good. You can throw out some really small stuff out there. And you can get, I think their trigger 7.6 is like $100 right now. It's handmade, carbon fiber, and they stand behind it. I'm sorry. That's just a really, really, obscene low cost for what you get. You just spend $100 on a Chinese made, and it's not even lined up on the spine. And they don't even know what a spine is. They're spineless. So, all right. Thanks for stopping by, Sturgeon. I really appreciate it. I hope everybody's fine with you and your family. Things are getting better here. And the time off I've taken, it was so far worth it, for sure. Although, heart surgery, finger surgery, pulmonary failure, go figure. You land a big sturgeon on one of those rods. I bet you could. You can land any size fish with any rod. You just got to learn how to play it. And you got to make sure the hook stays in its mouth, but let them do their thing until you tire them out and they get tired, and you can bring them in. And I always tell people, I use 2 to 4 pound test, and they say, well, can you catch with that? I go, anything I want. I can catch a 10 pound, a double digit bass with it. So you can do it. 7-footer on a dock demon. Wow. You're just better than me. I got to get up to you and go sturgeon fishing with you. Rain is back. I know. I'm on my floor in my living room. This is my house. It's a really old house. My house is 110 years old, and it's a craftsman style. And so a lot of wood in this house. A lot of wood. Oh, 45. What a fun fight that was. Yeah, I love old houses. In fact, if you look, right there, again, under the window, that right there is a built-in secretary that pulls out of the wall. It's actually part of the house. So it's really, really cool. It was an old house. But that's the charm. It's the charm. And I got lake view. I have, huge basement. I'll get there. I will get there. And it's I'll get there, my friend. I gotta just stay healthy. I just gotta stay healthy. Do that. And this year I had that stroke, which kept me off of the road, and just stay healthy. I'm gonna make a holder for these. So, all right, guys, Marina, thank you for stopping by. really appreciate the support. I really, really do. So, all right, guys, you take care. And thanks for popping in and checking out a stupid retro gaming system that I bought. Oh, where am I? Oh, well, Hurton is from Northern Oregon. I'm Southern Oregon, so I'm in Klamath Falls, and Hurton's up there on the Columbia River. So we're sort of a state of, the height of the state apart between us two. So I'm in Klamath Falls. So there's Yawana out my front, and then I got Link River and Upper Klamath behind me. Yeah, it is bright outside. It's a beautiful day. I should go down to the river today, take some pictures, although I have a doctor's appointment pretty soon. So that's the thing. You get sick and have surgeries and have strokes. Everybody wants to see you. A lot of doctor appointments. 9 o'clock where I am. 9 o'clock. Wait a minute. 9 o'clock in the morning? No. What time is it? Oh, 9. So you're 8. Oh, you're in England. Ah, Ireland. Yeah. Yep. British Isles are 8 hours. I have a lot of people, fans over there, and I'm fans of theirs. And great people over there. So Ireland. So Marina, are you a redhead with green eyes? Because that's it. Redhead with green eyes. I have green eyes. My wife has blue eyes. Don't go to Ireland. It's always raining. Yeah. But the people are very nice. And the women are gorgeous. So what can you do? I should stay away. I'm Italian. All right, guys. Yep, we're from Oregon. It rains more where Sturgeon is than here. Here it doesn't rain that much in this part of Oregon. We have over 300 days of sunshine here, so we're sort of in a blue patch. But we had snow on the ground a couple days ago for Christmas. We had snow on the ground. Then it melted. All right, guys. We'll see you. Marina, thank you very much. And Sturgeon, take care, and we'll get up there. My dogs are, yeah, I've got a cat somewhere that I should rename Scar.